Hello my dear friends. In this video, I'll tell you about how to overcome procrastination. So, if you too are suffering from procrastination habits, then watch this full video for overcoming procrastination motivation. And please don't skip any part, because all parts of this video are mandatory to help you overcome procrastination. Every one of us would have to face some kinds of procrastination habits in their life. There are many reasons for procrastination, and sometimes we don't really know why we are procrastinating. For example, you would have to complete a project for your office, but due to some reasons, you are delaying the project and asking your boss to provide you extra time to complete it. You would have realized that some kind of fear is stopping you to complete the work in the given time. Procrastination has also some kind of cumulative effect, and when you finally complete a task, 5 more pop out of somewhere, and you think that you have stuck in a never-ending cycle of many tasks to do. We all face some kinds of procrastination, but some people procrastinate so much that their normal life just ceases to run. To really get rid of procrastination, we have to understand what are the reasons behind it, and how to stop them. Then we have to recognize the type of procrastination. When we understand when and why we are procrastinating, then we can really get rid of it more easily. Sometimes the reason behind procrastinating is very common, like our fear of failure, our negative thinking, and many more. If you don't get rid of your procrastination habit earlier, then you will become addicted to it, and you would start procrastinating the necessary tasks in your life. So, giving up procrastination is mandatory to become successful in your life. You must understand that procrastination is not a disease, and you can easily give up this habit. There are many proven techniques and strategies that some successful people have tried to give up procrastination totally. Procrastination is sometimes psychological, and we can easily get rid of it once we know the actual reasons behind our procrastination habit. The people who gave up procrastination were normal people like us, and they have the same fears and limitations as you have, but they have been able to take consistent actions because they have trained their conscious and subconscious mind to do so. How to analyze the habit of procrastination? Before we learn how to get rid of our procrastination habit, it's necessary to understand why we have gained this habit. We trace every success and failure in our life to a habit. What you do on a daily basis is the outcome of your various habits, and they determine how we'll achieve success in your life. Habits create a routine, and we live most parts of our life to follow a certain routine. You get up early in the morning and follow a daily routine like brushing your teeth, taking a shower, taking a breakfast, and then getting ready for the office, going to the office, doing work at the office, and then coming back home. Some of us live a life of following self-improvement habits, like setting goals, getting inspiration from books, working on important projects, and neglecting wasteful distractions. This is the real way of living, but as we all are human beings, sometimes we can't resist destructive habits, like eating junk food, blaming others for our faults, not following the proper routine, drinking, or smoking too much, getting obsessed with distractions like TV, mobile, or computer. Habits can be both good and bad, depending on the amount of time we give to it. Sometimes we become too obsessed with the normal habits, like watching TV, talking on mobile, or surfing the internet on the computer. Entertainment is mandatory to relieve our mind of the stress it faces due to workload, but sometimes we indulge ourselves so much to these habits that our actual routine gets affected. For example, suppose that you have watched TV very late till night, and you wake up late in the morning. This could affect your daily routine, and you will reach your office late, and your working potential would also affect, due to your habit of watching TV for long hours late at night. The best way is to balance our life with the habits that are mandatory with the habits that are not mandatory. In this case of watching TV, you can say to yourself that watching TV is okay, but don't let it come in front of your daily routine and your habit of waking up early in the morning. The simplest solution to eliminate your procrastination is not to fight with it. All you need is to replace it with good routines that benefit your life. Most usual excuses for procrastination. You would have realized that you get away with the unusual habit more easily, as compared to your daily routine tasks. It's pretty easy to make an excuse for not starting a task and putting yourself in habits that are not in your routine. Studies held in this field suggest that most of our procrastination habits come from a subconscious fear or self-limiting belief. It's mandatory to take some time exploring your thoughts to overcome them and create an action-oriented mindset.
You must understand that your mind is the most amazing machine you possess. It provides you a power to create anything from your imagination. However, sometimes your power becomes your weakness, and your mind limits your abilities to get things done.
You would have realized that you often stuck with a project. This may not be the lack of desire, but an outcome of maladaptive thought patterns that would be bouncing around your head on the basis of thoughtful mind patterns. There are generally 5 common excuses of procrastination as follows. First is, it doesn't matter to me. People often procrastinate tasks that don't seem important to them. Sometimes, it's an unpleasant task not directly related to their long-term goal, and often requires you to overcome a major fear. So, no matter what should be running in your head, many times we procrastinate the task because it doesn't seem important to us. The best way to get rid of "it doesn't matter to me" excuse is to develop a habit of making simple decisions. One of the best ways to overcome procrastination is to make hard decisions in your life, even if that means eliminating things that seem important to you. Second excuse is, I want to do this thing first. You often halt some projects because a specific task needs to be completed before doing anything else. Sometimes a phone call, a simple purchase, or a conflict in the project. It's easy to procrastinate something that is more important in some cases. The best way to give up this excuse is to completely define your every project. You can break down your project into a series of tiny actions that you take on a daily basis. Third excuse is, I need more information to get started. This is a valid excuse in many cases where we need to do thorough research before starting our project. But some people do it more often, so that it starts affecting their normal routine. The simplest solution to this excuse is to get more information. You should never procrastinate a project just because of the lack of information, because today there are so many means to access information, like the internet. You can also learn any skill yourself, or find someone else to teach you. Fourth excuse is, I don't have the time right now. This is a completely valid excuse when you are already busy on a project, and someone asks you to accept another project at the same time. However, this excuse often turns into a nasty procrastination habit when you put necessary tasks on hold. Get rid of this unusual excuse and take a positive approach towards your daily routine life. Ask yourself many times before making this excuse whether you are actually giving a good reason or it is just your procrastination habit. Finally, fifth one is, I keep forgetting to do it. It happens to many people that they often procrastinate a task just because they forget to do it. We all go through this condition at some point of our life, and you don't have to worry about it. But being chronically forgetful is not acceptable and is a sign of deep-seated resistance to do a specific task.
But forgetting should not be a reason for procrastination, because it seems to lack responsibility. You cannot make an excuse to your boss that you have procrastinated a task just because you forgot to do it earlier. You must make a commitment to start a task at the right time.
So, those were some common reasons for your procrastination. Analyze these excuses and try to put yourself in the same situation when you would have made these excuses to understand your mind so that you can get rid of your procrastination. So friends, this was the first part of my video about how to overcome procrastination. If you love this video, then please like, share, and comment. If you want the second part of this video, then please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you won't miss the upcoming parts of my anti-procrastination habits videos. Thanks for watching.